Good morning, dear friends. I, Professor Basavaraj Koviche, welcome you all for today's interaction in personality development and life skills. Module number 1, video number 10. We will discuss today the determinants. In previous class, we saw the physical determinants, how physical determinants are important in personality development. The various physical determinants like height, weight, attractiveness, energy level, then the dressing style, all these things which will make an impact on the people are covered under physical determinants, which are influencing directly or indirectly the personality development process. Today we shall see the intellectual determinants. Intellectual determinants are those determinants which are, say, treated as intelligence, or it is also referred as the process of mental abilities of a person to think rationally, having good memory, reasoning ability, learning ability, creativity, perception, etc. So, intelligence provides a person with the capacity to meet and solve the problems faced during the journey of life or the journey of job. So here, all such problems or the success of a life depends upon the intellectual ability of a person, how intellectually he is handling the situation, how intellectually he or she is overcoming the problems. Everything is depending upon the intellectual determinants. The quality of life adjustments, then the majority of things which we face positively depends upon the intellectual determinants. Now when we say intellectual determinants, the first thing what comes in our mind is brain. The most important concept here is the brain is one of the most important personality determinants, because we think, or the control over our body is taken by the brain. That's why brain is also known as the top management of our body. So here it is generally believed that the fathers and the child adopt almost the same type of brain stimulation. If a person is born, his brain is similar to his father's brain, because it is hereditarily transferred to the child. But later there will be difference between the thinking ability or the thinking process of the father and the son, because the environment or the people whom with the child is living, or the surrounding environment in which this person or this child is living, will bring a difference in the brain of the child. But when the child is born, the brain of the father and the child will be almost similar, but as the child grows, the surrounding environment make impact on his brain. So, an intellectual ability of a person is, say, the brain plays an important role in this intellectual determinants. Now let's see what are those intellectual determinants which makes a good personality, or a person, or the determinants play important role in overall development of a personality. The memory is first among them. The memory to remember the clients, the memory to remember the people whom we meet, the memory to remember certain sort of transactions what we do, the memory to remember the names the amounts or everything which happens is one of the important determinant of intellectual ability. That's why a person having good memory may perform better on his job. The second point or second intellectual determinant is reasoning. Here, the rational thinking ability of a person is very much essential. After looking at the situation, the person should think rationally and take the necessary judgment or necessary decision to overcome that situation. So that type of thinking ability will come from reasoning, and a person should have this reasoning ability and grow this reasoning ability by rational thinking and adopting the change in his thinking process. So that's why here the reasoning is very much important, because one person, when he or she is, say, solving the problems in his life or on job, for solving these problems the reasoning plays a very important role, because the tackling the situation, the capacity to understand the situation, the capacity to bring alternatives for that situation, everything comes from reasoning. So here a person should have good reasoning ability. The next important determinant of intellectual personality is learning. The learning ability through which people pick up new skills and information helps in vocational and social success, because it contributes the positive personality. The individual, how quickly he can adopt the skills, or how quickly he or she is learning the work, or how quickly one person is adopting new ideas, new technology or new skill sets in his life, will decide whether the person will be successful or not. So here the learning skills are very much essential. As we grow old, our learning ability will decrease, but if we continuously start reading, continuously engage ourselves in learning new things, definitely this ability will not decrease, but it may increase as well. There are many people who even learn till the last day of their life. So we should have or adopt good learning ability. The next determinant or intellectual determinant is intelligence, which is intelligence markedly above or below the normal level affects personality. Means if a person's intelligence is less than the required ability, or even if the intelligence is more than the required ability, it will affect the personality of that person. You might have seen the person who is more intelligent than requirement, he will be keep up doing something or the other thing, because of which it becomes disadvantage for him and many people start avoiding him. Or even if a person is having less intelligence than required, even then his development will be hindered. So here a moderate or balanced intelligence is essential, and here the emotional handling or the emotion handling skill is very much important in intellectual determinant. That is what the intelligence of handling intolerance, emotions, conflicts, or dominate the situation. So these things a person should have in intelligence. After that, creativity is one of the most important intellectual determinant, because the creativity will help us in our growth. If we are not thinking new, or if we are not trying new things, it is waste of living. Because when we think new things or when we try new things, it will boost our creative ability. So therefore, these are the intellectual determinants which defines the person's intellectual ability. With this, we shall stop here. If you have any doubts, questions, queries, you can feel free to contact me at any point of time. Good day. Thank you.